First and 10 now from the 36.
Gun. Dot. 11. 12. Dot.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back.
Here we go. Dot.
Here's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here we go. Eleven MT. Dot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Dot.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Here we go. 12. Dot.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
DK Metcalf was the intended target, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. Here's the replacement for Cameron Johnston, Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Higgins sent in motion.
To Hunt.
They'll run here with Brown, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Gun. To Hunt.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
To Hunt.
Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. To Hunt.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Austin to return. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Inside. Hey, check 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
It's just set. 11, 11, 11. To Hunt.
Here's Brown. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Third and long.
Here we go, here we go. To Hunt.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. A first down throw from Rodgers. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the Steelers' first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Get 300.
He'll get this out wide. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Rodgers. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball.
On 1, ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Dot.
On the ground, it's Brown. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Cincinnati.
On 1, ready?
In a moment. 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. 11, 11. Dot.
Burrow to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains. Play action now. It's Burrow. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now Brown. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They go play action for Burrow. Now he'll run it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Here we go. Twelve.
To throw is Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki.
On 2, ready?
So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Shot.
A carry here for Brown. And he's in for the touchdown. But hold everything. There is a marker down. These points may come off the board. Now it is 1st and goal.
Here we go. MT tape. 11 MT tape. Shot.
Now Burrow. This one caught at the 4. And he will score. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown Cincinnati.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. Austin brought in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap. here in this first half. 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. A-Rod now to throw on first down. Again, working deep downfield. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On third down, Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Harris Campbell now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 MT, tight. 11, God.
They'll run here. This is Ty Chandler. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Gun. Start.
Second down, Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go, here we go.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.
11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now, Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 mighty. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. This is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Weed. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
A quick throw right side. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run the toss with Warren. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11. Stop.
This drive will start on the ground. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
They'll stick with him again. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry.
Here we go. Stop.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. Into space. And he will score. Jamar chase. Touchdown, Bengals. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the lead is 7 now here in this fourth quarter. The tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll run the draw with Warren. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. They'll just end up a little bit short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he's into the end zone yet again. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His big game continues. His 3rd touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Gun.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13.
11. Dot.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. A massive play here. Late
Here we go.
tie game, 3rd down.
Dot.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only did they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got it! And he will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
One, ready?
Here's 1st down.
Let's get set. Dot.
They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it.
Here we go. 11. 12. Dot.
Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
Brown. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Here we go.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
12. Dot.
They'll stick to the ground. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Here we go. Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11,
That's
11.
Palmer, the man in motion. He'll run. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Gun, gun. Cut. 12, 12, 12. Cut.
They'll run here. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Here we go, here we go.
All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. And they'll get the timeout called here. It comes with just 1 second left on the clock. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to win the game. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And the Bengals are going to move out in front. So this one in the win column.